Interstate McBee. Damn. All right, I had to kind of be a little quiet in there. What you guys seen is the Interstate McBee rebuild kit for my 2007. I haul logs. 2007 14-liter Detroit EGR. And this is the start, part one of the rebuild. I don't see nobody else on YouTube doing it, so I'm gonna do it right here in my backyard. See, nothing fancy. I don't live in no skyscraper. Nothing fancy. This is my 07. Is it worth rebuilding? Yes. I mean, it's a nice truck, you know. I put it in here just a few minutes ago. I need this right now. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys something. See, I got my wire there for my fan. But I'm about to redo the whole deal, fix it. Runs good. Runs good. So I'm gonna tell you my problem with this truck. Got a 1/2 inch. Oh! I'm gonna get water on my damn. All right. Well, there it is, 14-liter Detroit EGR. I got a new actuator in the house. Look at that. Look what your homeboy. Look at that. That's how I roll right there, son. That there done broke. No, when I've little bolts right here broke on top. I got another one, so I guess now is the best time to do it than any. So this is the start of it. And here's the problem. Here's how it started, man. I was getting oil. Look at my reservoir. See, up here is full. Now it's down here. And guess what? I have not been running the truck. Nope. It's leaking down past my liners. Number 3 is bad. And number 5. But number 3 is real bad. It's been leaking down past my liners. Just sitting here. That's it. Just sitting here in the yard, man. So here's the trouble I started having. I started getting oil in the coolant. You can kind of see the little line of oil there. But I've done drained it. And that was a day of running last week, and it's already got that much in it. One day. About 200 miles. Anyway, to make it quick, it's supposed to rain today. See, it's kind of dark. Anyway, I was getting oil in my coolant. I wasn't getting coolant in the oil. I was getting oil in the coolant. So, first thing you think of is the oil cooler. Okay, well I changed that. And immediately, same thing. Getting oil in the coolant. I got on Facebook and people kept saying it was a cracked head gasket, liner seals, crack block, which I mean, it's probably, I mean, they're right. You know, it could be a number of those things. But you see, I put this tube here myself. Took a Gatorade bottle, stuck on the end of it. No bubbles, perfect, no bubbles at all. So I guess that's one of the ways you can rule out or rule in a head gasket. So that was good. So yeah, I kept getting oil in there. So what I did is kept draining it out of here. And then all of a sudden I noticed probably about a month later that my coolant, I was losing coolant. I was like, oh shit. So now I'm losing coolant. So looking around, no leaks. EGR cooler's not leaking. Everything's fine. So someone on Facebook told me to go down and crack the oil, your oil plug, and see if you get water out of it. So I did that, and a little bit of coolant come out, man. I mean, you gotta let it sit for a couple of days or whatever, or a day. I said, oh Lord. So I went and got a pressure test from Harbor Freight, $100. Dropped the oil pan, put the pressure test on it. Right, it's got 4, 5, or 6 caps. Screw it up here. I put it, they said on there put it under 15 pounds. I put it under 10 for the hell of it. Got under, and number 5 was, I mean, it was dripping. Hey, drip, drip, drip. It was dripping about this fast. Coming out, red coolant, just bleeding. Out of number 3 was bleeding fast. Number 5 was just a little drip. So yeah, man, it's either bad liners or pitted liners, one of the two. So that's where we at. So what I'm going to do is show you something right quick. There's UPS, man. They're probably bringing me something. I got some kind of gasket. By the way, I did buy the manual for this engine. So I got on Amazon, I ordered a lot of stuff, gasket eliminator and stuff like that. Everything Detroit. I got Detroit tools, the special tools, the camshaft alignment tool, the pin. Man, bring that thing on over here, son. The camshaft pin that goes into the crankshaft pin that pins it, that puts it into top dead center. That shit was high too, from Detroit. But let me show you guys something. This is how you tell. This is how I found out, or how I got all my hopes and dreams broken. Hold on. Alright, 1/2 inch ratchet, 1/2 inch dry ratchet, oil plug, right there. This is the first time. I'm not a YouTuber, so forgive me if this thing, let me make sure, hold on, I got this thing turned around, turn this way, there we go. Let's see if that works, like that. Alright, like I said, I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't see nobody else doing a 14 liter EGR, so let me give it a shot. Alright, what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to record me draining the whole coolant out because it takes about 15 minutes. But let me show you what's up here. Let me show you what it looks like. Alright, y'all don't screw up and unplug the whole damn thing. Watch me do it right here. Screw it lightly until you feel the threads get loose. Look at it. Watch. Look at that. That's my oil pan there. A little bit more. That's enough right there. I'm trying to make it bleed, man. Coming off my hand, look. Look at that. Pure coolant out of my oil. Pure coolant. And to tell you the truth, I've been doing this about 3 weeks. I'll drain it out till the oil starts coming out. Reach up there, grab some coolant, and fill it back up the reservoir and try to run a couple weeks, man. But I'm just getting so scared that I don't want to spin a bearing, and I got that kit sitting in the living room. So I mean, it'd be stupid for me to spin a bearing, and I got the damn kit sitting in there to fix it. But look at that, 14-liter EGR, 2007 model. That right there is just the most heartbreakingest damn thing I've ever seen in my life, man. That's just bullshit. Nice truck. Look at her. That's no oil. And you know what? My oil, here's the thing now. Keep in mind, my oil and coolant is not mixing on the stick like in a milky substance. You know, look at there. See, I'm moving my finger, but I got to move it in the right area because, you know, get them threads loosened up. I don't want to turn that thing out too much more. But here's the plan. I'm gonna drain this out. I'm gonna stop there, and I'll get it here in just a few minutes. But here's the plan. I'm gonna drain this out. Okay. Put some coolant in it. Put some coolant in it. Crank it up. Drop this log trailer. Oh, let me get up from here first. Oh. Yeah, that sucks ass, man. See there where I just come up from? Look at there. Alright, now the wind's trying to blow out here. It'll get rainy here in a second. But I'm going to do this part by part, guys. Like I said, I got an Interstate McBee kit. As far as price-wise goes, I paid a little more for the kit. I paid $3,000 even for that kit. I got it from the local shop. I could have got it cheaper from Interstate McBee. And I knew that. And when he said $3,000, I knew he was overcharging me. However, I deal with him a lot. I bought all the Detroit tools, or just about all of them that I needed, except the piston puller. Because the piston puller is that thing that goes on top like a plunger. And on the 14-liter, the pistons and the sleeves and the liners have to come out together. And he's gonna let me borrow that. So instead of me, and that thing's like $800 to $1,000. Trust me, I done checked. So Andy took me to the back of the shop and showed me what to look for as far as counter bores, if that's going to be needed. If any kind of block work, like I can use some JB Wheel at the bottom of the block, but I'll be showing that in this video. But that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna drain this, fill the coolant back up so it won't shut down. Because if it gets below that sensor, y'all all know what happens. It'll shut down on you. Drop this log trailer, pull it around back, clean my barn out. Get all my tools straightened out, get my bags and paint pens and magic markers, all the tools lined up, and we're gonna get started, guys. All right, that's it. 2007 Freightliner 14-liter EGR rebuild. So y'all subscribe, share it. I'm going to be pre-planning my days, so like I'll tell you what I'm gonna do the following day so you guys can comment and tell me if I'm gonna run into any problems. This is my first time. I'm not a mechanic. I'm mechanically inclined, but not a mechanic. You know, I can do seals and bearings and bushings and tires and, you know, drive shafts and U-joints, you know, the outside stuff. I've never done anything on the inside, so you guys fit to see me do it right here in my backyard, man. If I mess up, then we walk around the side here, around this junk. You see that white 1993 Freightliner right there? Yep, I'll hook up this trailer and keep riding. So, so I guess I'm gonna take the chance. So anyway, that's it, guys. Subscribe, follow me, help me out because I'm gonna need it, and we'll go from there. All right, peace.